Hey everybody, Ron here, and on this Overlanding Florida video, we're gonna do everything wrong so that way you don't have to. Over here we have the two-wheel drive Tacoma pulling a trailer with 32 pounds of air in the tires. I mean, why deflate? Then we have my truck over here. We didn't deflate the tires in it because we never deflated or reinflated the tires from about a month ago, so they've got probably 20 pounds of air. And on our way to the campsite, we have this swamp muck to try to challenge. So let's go ahead and get through it. We'll probably get stuck, and hopefully the winch works.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to roll your window up. On the next episode, we might turn this into a drinking game. Take a drink every time Kevin gets stuck.
Just gotta look at it. Just look at it.
Stuck.
So the problem was, as you can see, I didn't have my LED lights on. If I would have had these LED lights on, I would have had plenty of power to get through this mud hole. But in all seriousness, as you guys know, my truck is not engaging in four-wheel drive. So right now it's currently in two-wheel drive. And another problem is, since it was in two-wheel drive, I got past this first little mud hole right here and got down in the second one, and my traction control turned on, which cuts power to the transmission. So I lost my momentum. If I would have had a little more speed, probably would have made it, but you can see this tire is way down over here, and if you walk around to the other side of the axle is way up. So I got like a little bit of a hill in front of that tire, and it just didn't have enough traction to get through that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get a tree saver out of the top toolbox right there on my roof. We're gonna go to this huge pine tree over here, wrap that around it, and then I'm just gonna walk the winch out there and pull myself out. So simple little recovery. And like I said, we work really hard. We work 12-hour shifts. I got off work at 7 o'clock this morning, went home, loaded up the trailer. We drive out here. We just come out here and let loose, have fun, screw around. So coming out here and getting stuck is just fun to us. So we're not super serious overlanders like a lot of these people probably are that are watching, or people that you go out and watch. So like I said, we just come out here and have fun. So this is what it's all about.
So this is what Kevin finds fun.
So here's the tip. Everyone's all about these max tracks that cost like 350 bucks or more. Buy a $300 winch. You don't have to sit there and dig underneath the tires and jump in and get all muddy. You can sit in the comfort of your vehicle. This one's even wireless. I don't even need the cable sometimes. So buy a winch, get a bumper, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. It's gonna save you a lot of hassle in the long run. So it's still not engaging in four-wheel drive. So it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Ron and I had a fun time exploring in the woods. I only got stuck once in that mud hole at the very beginning. Other than that, it was just all sandy roads and we just kept our speed up and we didn't have any issues. We did end up finding a hidden like bomb shelter, if you want to call it that. It's actually a cistern, but it looks like a bunker in the deep in the woods. If you want to know how to find that, or you want to watch the video on the bunker itself, in the description of the video I'll put a link to the video that we made about that shelter itself. But other than that, we are enjoying this beautiful day. There's actually a cold front coming in later, so we're gonna look around for a campsite and probably set up. I don't know if the cold front's gonna bring in any kind of inclement weather or any kind of rain, but we'll be ready for it anyway. We have a couple awnings and stuff like that. So while we're just out here enjoying this beautiful weather and this awesome sunset, I just want to talk to you guys. A few things that I got for the truck recently are these 9-inch LED lights, and I'll probably make a little review video on it. These are from Amazon. They're just around $100. They claim like 18,000 lumen, and they're pretty bright. I'm sure they're probably close to 18,000, but being that they're just cheap Chinese lights, they're probably like 13,000, maybe 10,000 lumen at best. But other than that, I did order a front diff actuator, so hopefully that cures my four-wheel drive issue. The whole time in the woods today, it's kind of like why I got stuck is my truck's in two-wheel drive. And on top of that, the traction control was on, so as I was trying to get momentum to go through the mud hole, the traction control was kicking in and it was just cutting power to the truck, so I couldn't spin the wheels or anything like that. So that was part of my issue. But these lights are pretty freaking bright. I used them. They've been on the truck for about a week. This is my first time actually like camping with them, driving in the backwoods forest roads with them at nighttime. So I'll try to get some little video clips of that. Other than that, haven't really gotten too much stuff for the truck. Still just writing up ideas on what to do with the trailer as far as putting stuff on the outside of it, a little propane tank holder, some toolboxes to put all the camping stuff in so we can have that on the outside of the trailer and we don't have to climb inside through all the firewood and the refrigerator and all that stuff. So just kind of like little organization tips and stuff like that before I start drilling holes and welding on the trailer. But like I said, we're just out here enjoying this weather, and this is just relaxing to us, and we come out here and we just have fun. We screw around in the woods. We're not really too serious about off-roading, as you can tell in the videos. It's such a beautiful day today. It's about 77 degrees. And we're still flashing error codes for four-wheel drive. So hopefully my new actuator actually probably came to my house today. Hopefully when I install that, that kind of fixes everything. I remember my tablet today, so I had maps, even though we didn't even use the maps. It's still nice to have. So we're gonna try and camp back here. Unfortunately, it looks like there's other people here. So we drove all the way back here to this campsite that we like to go to on Monday nights, usually because we have it all to ourselves. But unfortunately, we got all the way there and it was occupied, and probably would have had problems if we stayed. So let's see, it is 5:25 now. And we are booking it back because this is kind of just a long dead end road, so we pretty much just lost almost an hour of daylight just driving out here and then turning around and driving back. So due to hunting season, you're not supposed to primitive camp in the forest. It's just not safe, so all of our little secret and special primitive campsites are pretty much off limits right now. So we're actually probably gonna camp at like a traditional designated campground tonight. Granted, they let us in. Ron went to the wrong trailer park. Alright, 5:42. We're not doing bad time. So apparently all the US forestry campgrounds are closed again, or they just never opened back up, which is really frustrating. So we drove all the way over here and gates closed, and the park ranger guy came out and talked to us. So the trucks are over there. Ron's trying to find a nice level spot to put the truck. And we're over here near this lake, but look at the sunset. We got here at the right possible time. I'd love to camp down here on the water, but there's rules. You can't camp within so many feet of water in the national forest. Yeah, that's awesome. So Ron's starting to get camp set up. He's got the charcoal going. He's about to start cooking something. And I just want to show you guys, I now have two power stations. I have the Max Oak AC50. Then I have the newest version that came out. This is the AC50S.
For dinner, we are going to be making a beef pot pie in the Dutch oven. And over on the Campfire Grub channel, here in a couple weeks or whenever this video comes out, there's actually going to be a standalone video just on how to actually make the beef pot pie.
So it's about 10:30, and we've been waiting all night for this moment for a bear to come into camp. And we heard something. And it's just a little armadillo. Of course, the armadillo sounds like a whole pack of wolves coming through. So loud.
That's lava, man. It's gonna take 20 minutes to cool down to eat.
Oh, for sure. Just like the pies that we make.
Yeah.
So there's our Dutch oven pot pie. It is cooling off because it's about 1,000 degrees. Got the Max Oak right here. It's been going on all night. Charging devices. Got the cell phone charger plugged into it. This one's been running the light on a stick up there. Got the rest of the meal, the fire. Ron's trying to burn a hole in his lap with that the hot food. And then over here, we got the refrigerator, the set power, 45. It's going, and that is being powered by this Max Oak AC50S. So it's been a really good setup. It's keeping all the food in the trailer cool, plus I have the refrigerator in the back of the truck. So Ron's getting in his rooftop tent, and I decided tonight I'm just gonna roll a sleeping bag out. Just gonna sleep in the back of my truck. Hopefully the bears aren't attracted to all the food and everything, using the tailgate for dinner. But got a little bit of fire going left. So it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. I slept really good in the back of the truck. It is really breezy. Got down to 51 degrees last night. It feels really good out right now. And this is how dirty the trailer got last night, or yesterday, getting to the campsite. And again, about this refrigerator and this Max Oak AC50S. This is an Amazon refrigerator. I think it's like $3.99. You can get it cheaper on their website. But look at this. All these water bottles. Frozen solid. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about how cold this refrigerator gets. These are all frozen. So I'm gonna turn it up because I don't really need it to get that cold. But other than that, another successful Ocala camping trip. Alright everybody, we are wrapping up our Ocala trip. Right now we're on 572, which for people that come up here pretty often know that it's a huge mud hole at the end. A lot of our previous videos of Ocala always show Ron coming through this or leaving through this mud hole. And as you can see behind me, they actually filled it in with clay. So did it make it any better? We don't know. We think after a few people come through here and just rut it up, it's actually going to be worse probably than when there was standing water in the road. You probably hear all the traffic from the main highway right there, but we're about to leave the Ocala National Forest. Ron and I are going to eat at Jeannie's in Umatilla. So we've been there before. It's pretty decent. But if anybody has any kind of recommendations of another mom and pop breakfast place, definitely let us know. We're open to try new places around here. The weather's in the 60s. Hopefully it stays like this for the rest of the winter. It felt really great last night. Like I said, it was like 51 degrees. And for upcoming events, January 1st and June 5th are Overland Rig Cars and Coffee at the Lakeland Airport. If you follow any of my social media, you'll see an event posted on there. The Overland Florida Facebook page, that's where all the events are made from, and then I kind of just share them on Instagram and MeWe now. So there should be a link in the description of this video for Facebook, Instagram, and now we're on MeWe for all you non-Facebook people.